Hey guys, good morning. Excuse my hair. I had a pretty crazy morning. I actually got up at like 5 something or 6 something to go work out early in the morning when my husband went to go do his workout. So, anyways, though, I actually feel really great this morning. I want to talk about relationships. I know a lot of people have their views and whatnots on relationships. And I just kind of want to dabble a little bit about it, or talk about it. My biggest thing is everybody's relationship, you know, uh, or marriage is different. Not everybody has the same thing. Not everybody loves the same, and whatnot. Some people are with people for convenience. And I know I can say I've had some relationships like that. Some people are with people because they feel that that is the only person that was going to love them. I don't think I've ever had a relationship like that, but I know people who have had that. I know people who are with somebody just to be with somebody because they don't want to be lonely. And that's really shitty. And then I know people who have the best thing ever and they treat their person like shit. And then there's other people who know that they got the best thing ever and adore and worship the person. So no matter what your relationship is or whatever, y'all do you. I mean, the only thing I don't agree with is being with somebody because of convenience, or being with somebody because you think that that's the only person you can get, or they're the only person that's going to love you. To be honest, like, if you feel that way, you have no high self-esteem. Your self-esteem is so low that you don't even love yourself. And in order to love somebody, and to love somebody openly and full-heartedly, and they be your only one, is you gotta love yourself. And if you're in that situation, you really need to reevaluate yourself and where you want to be in life and your relationship. And you can't go on like that, because it's not fair to the other person who is in love with you and loves you and wants to give you the world, but you just don't feel the same. It's not fair. So you should definitely reevaluate that and reevaluate yourself and see where you want to be at. If you don't love that person, let them go. Let them go so that they can actually find... Sorry guys, you know me, I'm always driving so early in the morning. So that they can find somebody that they can love. Somebody that can love them back and let them feel the love that they need to be, they need to feel to be loved. That's what I can tell you. If you're in a relationship or in a marriage for convenience, get up off your butt, dude, and go do something with your life. Go to school, do something so that, that you can learn how to be able to take care of yourself. If you have kids, that's a wrong reason to be with somebody. That's like the really wrong reason. Just because you have kids don't mean you all have to stay together. If you tried it, you try to make it work and it's just not working, let it go. Let it go, because the only person you're making miserable is yourself and the other person. And it's not fair. It's not fair to your babies. It's not fair to your children. I know people that have been married for 20, 30 years, years and years and years, and they go, okay, my kids are grown, our kids are in college already, or they're already off on their own, and then decide to get a divorce. Why make yourself miserable for so long and then end up in a divorce right when your kids are grown, and then your kids are like, dude, what the hell's going on? It just destroys them. It destroys everything that they've ever thought of. Man, my parents loved each other and they've been together, and all that good stuff. But, and it sucks, and there are marriages that, you've been through so much together that you decided you don't want to be with nobody else and you don't want to give up on each other. That's a real marriage. That's people who, you love each other, but you hate each other at the same time. And not really like hate, like I hate you so much I'm gonna hit you or kill you or type deal. Not like that. It's more of like, I love you so much, but I'm mad at you because of whatever has happened, but I'm willing to stick it out and I'm willing to make it work. Those are the best marriages, because no matter what you've been through, I'm talking about like, he cheated on you, you cheated on him, y'all split up for a year or whatever, you did your thing, he did his thing, but then in the reality it was like, you know what, I miss him, I miss her, we need to be together, this is right. And you just got to make it work. You got to make it work. You got to go over the hills, over the mountains. You got to go through all the bad stuff just to get to the good stuff. And you know what? To be honest, those marriages are the ones that I look at them and like, dang, y'all went through all this. Y'all had some man or some woman try to tear y'all apart, but you guys said, nah, I'm not going to do it. And a lot of people may not agree. A lot of people may not agree with what I say. A lot of people may say, oh, that's bullshit if they cheat, blah, 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 if they do this. You know what? You cannot help what the heart wants and what the heart loves. You can't tell somebody, oh, they cheated on you, fuck them, da 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 da. It doesn't work that way. Never listen to other people who, it's really bright out here, sorry. Never listen to other people who want you to be miserable. Especially if you have that one friend that's going through a divorce and they're like, man, you know what? Fuck that is bullshit. And then you're just like, you know what, my person's doing something to me, or and I don't know what to do. It's like, and then they tell you, oh, leave them, fuck it, leave them and get whatever you can out of it. It doesn't work that way. If you really truly love that person, you're willing to stick it out and you're willing to work things out, whether it be counseling or figuring out things the way that you guys need to figure out, whatever works for you guys, do it. Don't listen to everybody else. Just because that person's getting a divorce, obviously that person didn't love their spouse enough, their husband, their wife, or whatever. They didn't love him enough to say, you know what, I know things are not right, but I'm willing to do what I gotta do to make it right. I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to do anything and everything. And if they say, nah, it's bullshit, blah blah blah, it's not. Marriage is about sticking it out. Marriage is about loving that person, even if the most horrible thing has happened. It's still knowing that I still love that person and I'm still willing to make it. And change your little bad habits. Change, not saying change who you are, but change the things that are going to make your marriage better or your life better. Always being angry all the time and always wanting to fight and always wanting to cuss out, that doesn't work. What really works is, say, hey honey, we need to talk. Can I talk to you? Even if you're busy, like me and my husband, we're always busy, okay? He works 5 days a week. I work 6 days a week. So we both go in at 9 and we both get out about 6, maybe sometimes a little later. And we always try to find time to talk. And what works for us? It works for us. We actually found a little thing, and it's so funny because we don't have the perfect marriage, but in a lot of other people's, oh, you guys are so perfect together. We talk trash to each other, but never disrespectful, like, fuck you, you fucking this, that. No, never like that. Just we talk trash in a way that we understand, that we know that we're talking trash to each other and we're not meaning it seriously. And then we laugh about it and different things, and we love each other beyond belief. I love this man more than I've ever loved anybody in the entire world. I would do anything for him. And vice versa. I know he would do anything for me, and I know he loves me beyond a doubt. my husband and I have been together about 4 years now. He is actually a lot younger than I am. And a lot of people are like, oh, you robbing the cradle, you're a cougar. And, I never see it like that. But he's everything I needed. I know like a lot of people have a type. My husband was not my type, and I'll be honest, he was not my type. Skin color wise, yes, because I love my chocolate man. But he was nowhere near the type of guy I would ever date or go out with. And I gave him a chance. We went out on a date, and it was like the best date ever. We went to a movie, and then we went to go eat at Waffle House, and we literally were out till about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I had a car and he didn't, so he was kind of scared because I was driving around town, and we were just talking and I was just showing him things, even though it was late at night. And he said, I thought you were going to kill me, because I took him back into a wooded area where it was nice and quiet so we could talk and stuff. He's like freaking out. It was so funny. But anyways, and this man has done everything and anything he could possibly do for me. No matter what, everything that he does. And, we were talking about this last night. I was like, I noticed that everything that you do and everything that you've done, it's always been about me and my kids. It's never been about him. It's never been what he can get out of it or anything. What he does it for me. And he does it for my children. He doesn't have to, because he's a step parent. And, a lot of people think, oh, you married this person with kids and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. And he's like, I do this because I want to, not because he has to, because he's my husband. And a lot of people think, oh, because you're the husband, you have to do these things. No, you don't have to. I know people who are married and they just don't give a crap. And they leave their spouse and they say, well, you pay your bills and I pay my bills. And it's like everything is divided. And, I know people that are with somebody and, and they don't even work. They don't put into the household. And I'm just like, I couldn't live like that. I could never live like that. As long as him and I are together, I will always work and always put money into our household so that we could have more. And that's the way we look at it is, we do it together to have more together so that we can build our foundation. And that's what really a real marriage and a real relationship is about. When you guys can actually build a foundation so that you guys have more in the end to show forth. Money comes and goes, and, if you guys can actually build something, that's going to be way more better than all the material crap that you guys think you want or you think you should have. And that's the best kind of marriage. Communication, definitely making time for each other. And, just doing the little things. And all my husband has to do is show up to my job, say, here, babe, here's a drink. And I'm like, oh my God, you thought about me. Yeah, I'm really corny. Little things. I'm not a extravagant person. I like little stuff. One thing I was going to say, though, the way me and my husband communicate, we decided when we first got married, we actually had a love book. You're like, a love book? Like, we actually had a book that we would write each other every single day about how our day is. Now we don't do the love book because we kind of stopped because we just got really busy. But now that we're going into our 4th year, I'm like, we need to really start a love book back again. So we decided to do emails. Why? Because him and I were always on our phones. At work, everything and anything is all about email, phone technology. So what better way? Send an email. You know what? If we're too tired or to pick up a pen and paper, we do an email. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe once we get back stateside and, my job kind of not as busy, then maybe we can get back to actually writing. But I like the fact of the emails because I can go back and look at it and I don't got to worry about it getting lost or getting ripped or anything, so do something like that. Even if it's a little note or a notepad or something, not everybody can do a love book. But something will work for you guys. It's just figuring it out. Y'all, if you guys love each other, do what you got to do to make each other happy. If you don't love each other, let it go and it's time to move on. And that's the way it is. And it really sucks. But, I believe in marriage and I believe in love. I believe in love at first sight. So you know what I mean? But if you guys have any questions or you guys want any advice, I mean, on anything, I can give as much as I can. I'm actually going to do a little piece probably in the next couple of days or two with my husband, because he's a very good person to get advice from. So if you guys have any questions for Alex, definitely, hey, bring him on. He'll definitely answer. He's a really good person to ask stuff about, especially when it comes to relationships and certain little things. But we figure out ways to make it work. And you know what? 4 years feels like 10, and I can't wait for the next 4, 5, 10, 20 years to be together. All right, y'all be good to one another and love each other. See you later. Bye.